I don't know what happened. It was running fine after I did the complete upgrade of the fuel system. And I drove it for a little while and there were no issues. I even got to the point where I felt comfortable, nothing was leaking. I reinstalled the rear seat. I pulled it into the driveway, let it idle for a little bit because I wanted to check the fuel pressure, just make sure that it was spot on. And then it died and it would not start up again. I checked all the fittings. The pump seemed to be turning on. So I had no idea what happened, but I figured it out. And I have to say, it was pretty stupid and an easy fix, but it's something that you might run into, especially with a 20-year-old plus Lexus IS300. Like I said, I checked everything, checked all my connections, the fuel pump itself was running, and I couldn't figure out what was wrong. And of course, I hadn't done anything else to the car, although this car is 20 plus years old. So I was thinking maybe something else went on the car. I got frustrated, I have to admit. You know, I really wanted this car to run and run well. I missed driving it. And because I was getting frustrated, I decided to just take a break. I've been working on cars for a little bit, modifying my cars for quite some time. And one thing I did learn is once you start getting too frustrated, it starts messing with your head. And the best thing to do is to take a break. So I did just that. I took a break, and sure enough, it dawned on me. The problem and the solution was pretty easy. So when I started upgrading the fuel system, I purposely ran the car so I had minimal gas. I didn't run it empty, but I ran it so I had minimal gas, so I wouldn't be dealing with a full gas tank. But then when I drove the car, after I had done all the upgrades to it, I remembered, wait, it's saying it has half a tank of gas. That's not right. That was not right, because when I started everything, I had more like a quarter of a tank at most. I think what happened was, when I drove the car, I put it out in the driveway to idle, it actually ran out of gas because it just died while it was idling. And when I went to start it up, it sounded like it wanted to turn over. My battery's a brand new battery, so it can't be that. And I thought, is it that simple? Is it that I just simply ran out of gas? So I opened it all up, looked inside. So sure enough, there was little to no gas in the tank. So that could be one of two things. Could be the fuel level sensor, the arm, or it could have been something to do with the wiring. You're getting an improper fuel reading. Chances are you have something wrong with your fuel level sensor, that arm, where as the arm increases and decreases, goes up and down, it's sending a signal back to your fuel gauge on your dash. And I know the fuel gauge is wrong, so let's replace that fuel arm, that fuel level sensor, and see if that's what it is. Sure enough, it was the fuel level sensor. So just be aware, these cars, as they age, you're gonna have to be replacing a lot of different parts. I've already done so, whether it comes to connectors for wiring that just age and become brittle, to vacuum hoses, same thing. With given enough time, they're breaking down. So apparently, when I was upgrading the fuel hanger, upgrading the fuel pump, making the modifications, I could have done something where I damaged the fuel level sensor, or it just could have gone because of time. I hope this video is helpful for anyone who's running into problems with their fuel level sensor, and they can see how easy it is to replace that and get back on the road. With that said, I think we're done for today. Thank you very much for joining, and until next time.